Hey, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the Hanging On to Hope podcast.
I'm Brenda J.
And I'm Karen Wonder.
And we are hangingontohope.org.
This podcast is intended as educational and is not psychological or medical advice. Always consult a professional when needed, and we disclaim any liability in connection with the instruction, information, or advice given.
Hello and welcome to the Hanging On to Hope podcast. This is Karen B. On today's show, we welcome Daniel Cruz to share about his new book, Don't Adopt Until You Read This Book, a book about transracial adoption from a biracial adoptee's perspective. Daniel is an author and speaker and family friend. Welcome to the show, Daniel.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
Good. So I've known you and your wife, Alicia, for at least 25 years. I was trying to think back to see what year I actually met Alicia. I know I met her at, a Bible study. And I remember I was friends with Alicia before my mom passed away, and that was in 1998. So it's been at least 25 years. And I know neither one of us had kids when we first met, because I remember we both had our first kids.
Yeah.
So, and then, it's been a long time.
We got a lot of good memories. They have a lot of pictures. I think Josiah and Desi are the same age. And so birthday parties were, I remember that, I think probably their second birthday or third birthday when they had the smash cakes.
That was fun. So funny because they gave cakes. Alicia made these little cakes for Desi and for Josiah. And Desi was just kind of picking at it. Josiah was takes after his mom. He likes the frosting. He had it in his ear and everywhere.
We have pictures and video of all that.
Wow. Yeah, really good memories. And so we go way back. And so I know that me and Alicia used to pray every week on the phone during those really difficult times for me. And so we always interceded for our marriages. And so I heard a little bit of your story as it unfolded. But as I read the book, I didn't know it obviously to this depth.
Continuing with part 2.
So did you want to share some of the things that you've done to help heal the trauma?
Well, my healing has mostly come through my submission to God and what God has done in my life through my submission and my surrender to Him, to His will. I think me not having relief of that itch until later in life could have been God's plan as well. It was a difficult time, but God met me every step of the way and met all of my needs. I did end up going to a 12-step program at my church called Celebrate Recovery.
Yeah, I'm talked about that a lot.
I still go to Celebrate Recovery.
Really yeah.
It's a great group.
Used to play the guitar and do worship, there for several years. And I was there mainly because of alcohol, but a lot of the reason for the alcohol was coming from other trauma that I had that was not dealt with. Alcohol wasn't the root issue. There were others that caused my affinity toward that. So I never really received any formal type of counseling. I really don't know anybody who's even gone through what I've gone through. I mean, it's hard to really find any other mixed race people at my age, at least. If mixed race people my age, that means their parents were together in 71, 72, and that's kind of unlikely. So I'm probably among the oldest mixed race people in our population.
I thought about that.
It's a lot more acceptable now. A mixed race kid at my son's school, there's quite a few of them, and they're the most popular kids,
Yeah.
But my healing kind of came, I don't want to say on my own, because it was, the Lord ministering to me.
Yeah.
There wasn't really anything, and I still think there probably isn't anything that speaks to that. I'm kind of doing that now with the newsletter that has just kind of come up just after I published the book. And I'm going to start putting some more things on that newsletter that don't necessarily have to do with adoption, but just being a multi-race individual and how to deal with that, how to deal as a biracial person in a binary race culture.
Yeah.
Maybe those some buzzwords one day.
Yeah. That can be helpful.
I have a question I'm just curious about, and if you don't feel comfortable answering, it's okay. But do you recall, when you finally met your birth parents, what emotion did you feel? I'm just curious.
There was a lot of relief. That was the biggest thing. And I have it all on video of me meeting my dad for the first time in the airport. And I do have all the footage of that. It was very emotional, but it kind of felt like I was complete,
Yeah.
in some way, even though the days of me needing to be parented, were long gone. I felt like I needed that dad.
Yeah.
I had dads, I had men in my life. And of course, it helped that my dad is a Christian and a man of faith as well. But some of the words that he spoke to me really kind of ministered to me.
Yeah.
I, of the mind, think that a man doesn't actually become a man until his father tells him he is, and
Mm.
I felt like maybe I was stuck in adolescence, until I was 40 years old and until a man that I had just met told me I was a man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Had
Grandkids,
to
looked
be.
at the wife, looked at the house, and he told me I was a man, and it really helped my growth. And
Yeah.
Did you ever have feel mad or upset though before you knew the story and met them, or were you?
I didn't feel mad. I didn't feel judgment or anything. I knew there had to have been a reason, and
That's
of course,
good.
a very good reason.
Yeah.
That's good.
I can't say the same for my birth parents, though. I know it was very difficult for them and very difficult for my mom over those 40 years and not knowing where I was. And even meeting my grandmother, my mother's mother, who had basically made the decision to send my mother away. She was relieved.
Yeah.
She
Hmm.
torture, and she said, we didn't know if you were adopted by child molesters or what.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she told me, and it titled one of the chapters in my book this, but it came from something she told me. She said, I'm really glad that you were raised as a Mexican, is what she told me. We all thought that was pretty funny, but
Oh.
I knew what she meant. I knew being raised by my blood parents, my father and mother, that would have been a not as good as an upbringing as I had. So that's in honor of her. I titled one of the chapters in the book, Being Raised Mexican.
It's funny.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice to know that there was a sense of relief on everybody's part. It sounds like not just you, but everyone involved.
Yeah.
Everyone involved. And she had been ill and she had died not long after that. But I'm glad I had that relief of knowing that I was raised as a Mexican.
Well, I'm sure it gave them a lot of comfort seeing you and seeing, how well-rounded you are and the beautiful family you have and all of that. And I'm sure that just gave them so much comfort after all the trauma and all the questions that they had, that the not knowing.
Yeah, it gave everybody a sense of relief. And that first year, I had gone back, or I'd met my dad. There was a family reunion there that year. And so I took all of my family. We went all to the family reunion, and everybody was just so shocked and happy, and they had a big scroll that they put out on the wall, and then they wrote our names in there and everything. And it was really they were honoring us and welcoming us into the family. And it also, that night at the family reunion, they were also having the 40th class reunion of that high school.
Oh, wow.
Everyone left that 40-year reunion from the high school, and then they came over to my Uncle Bill's house. During that year of all of this happening, of course, and they graduated, this was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they knew about it.
And they burned all the businesses down. And so it was a pretty significant occurrence that happened in their senior year.
Yeah.
And they had to come and just to see me to see if it was all real, to say, but what happened, what we were talking about, there he is right there.
Wow. But what a beautiful redemption story of something that was so tragic. I mean, there's so much devastation from it, but how beauty has come from it.
Yeah, I felt like I was in a dream, I was, but it was that first reunion was really great, for a lot of people. It brought healing to a lot of people in my family.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Closure.
Yeah, that's just awesome.
Yeah, I never smiled. I'm like I have a permanent grin on my face. I like the way this turned out. So
it could have turned out a lot differently.
Yeah.
Another thing I had thought before looking for them, I didn't know if I could have been a product of incest or rape or something, or adoption, so I didn't know what I was going to find, but I was already too deep to not do it. I had to know. So the way it worked out, it couldn't have been any better. My father's side of the family is very respectful people. They're all pastors and politicians. If you can call that respectful.
I don't know.
My mother's side.
Those don't go together very often these days.
No. And on my mother's side, there's a lot of teachers and well-educated people. And my sister was an actor or an actress, very well-educated. And they're just good people, Yeah, she didn't stay a hippie, by the way.
She's not a hippie child.
Not a hippie anymore. No.
That's good.
And your kids have probably all gotten to have a relationship with them as well then.
Yeah, Jared talks to my dad more than I do,
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Wow. So good. You said this book is for adoptees looking for language for what they've always felt and for adoptive parents willing to confront hard truths with love. It's also for readers who believe that love without honesty is not enough. Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, it's just one way of understanding your adopted child. We're looking for a lot of answers to why kids have behavioral problems, things like that. And we look at too much video games, too much rap music, whatever it is. But a lot of times they're beginning to feel something call out that they want to know. They need to connect to a people. I think that I believe that we are connected to our ancestors. We're definitely connected to our parents, right? So, there would be a connection between our parents' parents and parents' parents.
Yeah.
I think that language, not necessarily a spoken language for sure, but seeing faces that look like yours, seeing mannerisms, laughs that are like yours, and maybe eating food that your grandparents would have ate, your grandparents' grandparents would have eaten. Those are things that really, even if there are no behavioral problems or relationship problems, that just helps to enrich a child's life. It helps because they're going to need to communicate that to their kids one day.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and that is so much a part. Especially in adolescence and all that, but even as an adult, your identity is just so important, like you've talked about. So the last quote from your book was this. It says, "Please adopt, but only when it's rooted in truth, only when it honors identity, only when the child is not your project, but your mirror. Start adoption with presence. Start adoption with listening. Start adoption with truth." And I think that's a great way to wrap up the podcast. Is there anything else that you'd want to share?
No, that's it. People can reach me on Facebook. They can look at the Multi-Race Voice newsletter. You can find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, and I can send you links that you can post along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can put the links in the show notes.
And then your book is available on Amazon, right?
It is. It's available on Amazon.
Yeah. You can do it on Kindle, or is it in paperback version as well?
It's in Kindle, paperback, and hardback.
Okay, great. And the book is called Don't Adopt Until You Read This Book.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
I've never listened to a podcast before.
Really?
Oh,
Gosh, I'm a podcast junkie. I listen to so many.
I have to download it now. Okay.
so this is this is going to be your first podcast you ever listened to?
Yeah. It will be. Yeah.
Wow.
I have a boring job, but I'm able to listen to podcasts. So that's what gets me through the day.
I don't even know what podcasts I would listen to if I listened to one.
There's so many podcasts on so many topics now. I listen to the Bible, and then there's just so many great podcasts out there now.
I'll listen to YouTube. I'll put stuff on YouTube and listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on YouTube too, but we're not.
You can't do reviews on YouTube.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, you did great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, you sounded good.
I've edited 222 of these, so.
She's a pro at editing, yeah.
I can see you because my ears going,
But she can make adjustments and stuff.
Yeah. Right. We do this all for free for our nonprofit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much. It was so nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thanks, Karen. Good to meet you, Brenda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell Alicia I said hi. I have to catch up with her again sometime. It's been a while.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
So do you guys homeschool together?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You did.
Wow.
She was
no, I remember it was at Home Fellowship.
Oh, that's what it was.
The Home Fellowship. Yeah, it was at church and at the Home Fellowship. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you find out about the book?
Yeah. He texted me. Yeah. His book just came out.
Yeah. We've had people buy the books through our podcast and actually tell us how much they've helped. So
Okay.
just try to help people. That's what we want to do, and help anybody that needs to find their identity. And you made me think a lot, because I know my kids really struggled, even though they knew both, they still struggled with being biracial. As a parent, I didn't, I had babies.
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
And one of the things, this book was kind of more just about me and specifically about transracial adoption. But I want to really explore the healing and kind of the helping biracial people find an identity that's not one of the two races they're mixed with.
Yeah.
But their own. Like I said, we're a people,
Yeah.
Right.
Mixed people are their own people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never opened up about my race or anything on any podcast. Nobody knows anything about me till now.
Yeah.
I really opened up. I'm like, I was always afraid that, if you talk about race, but this is needed.
Oh, I think we need to talk about race more so there won't be
Especially
more
if I've been
division.
looking at my kids my whole life. I mean,
Yeah.
it needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
So
I talk about race a lot, and I think it's a good thing. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
erase it. I mean, it's one of the first things that your identifier. It's like,
Yeah.
well, she's female and she's white. If they're going to say somebody stole my car, it's like, yeah, it was a white female.
Yeah.
Your biggest identifiers, they're not going to call out your identity in Christ.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right.
Well, all right. Well, we hope to have a great review.
Yeah. No, I'm going to write something good.
Karen is the best co-host.
Yeah.
It was cute. She is. She's the best according to Hasso. So
You guys are good. This was, you guys got the experience.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll be doing more,
yeah.
Especially because you're doing more books. I definitely want to read your other books too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, we will be in touch.
All right. We'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right. Enjoy
Bye.
the rest of your day.
I never smiled that much in the podcast. It's like a perma smile. I was so happy about it.
Yeah. It's an amazing story.
Thanks for tuning in to Hanging On to Hope. Check out our website, hangingontohope.org. There are resources on there, and if you would like to donate or volunteer, you can do that through our website. We are a brand new nonprofit, so we appreciate any and all support. And we thank you for listening, and until next time, keep hanging on to hope. We are evidence that there is hope and healing for you, and our passion is to help you find it too. So thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening, everyone.